Hi, good morning. Well, it's a 12th day of COVID lockdown, and there are a lot of things that entered my mind. Like for example, let me share with you some of the things that came to my mind over the past few hours. And just watching the Urbi et Orbi of Pope Francis, a lot of things came to my mind. Like for example, we're in the same boat. We're in the same boat. The boat that is faced with a lot of storms, the face that a lot of challenges, but a matter of faith, no, a matter of keeping and hanging on to it. So what am I trying to say? Let me share you with you how I look at COVID-19. First, it's the letter C is for me is cast, overcome, V is visualize, I is innovate, D is for decide, and number 19, the acronym COVID-19. So what does it mean? Well, you know, cast is actually casting your fears. We have been through a lot of shockwave, right? I mean, everybody will agree that everybody entered into a shockwave where everybody was shocked. Everybody was saying, wow, what is this? What is this? The question is, yeah, we were caught unprepared, despite the fact that we've been through a lot of storms. I remember Ondoy. I remembered the tsunami. I remembered the Mount Pinatubo. And the reason one is Taal. But everything comes with its proper shock, proper fear. Everybody is left to expect the unexpected. 2019 ended with some major concerns. So when 2020 came in, everybody say, at last. But it was not the at last. It was an eye-opener. 2020, a clear vision, an electrifying event. Everybody gets shocked. So what am I trying to say? Catch your fears. Fears are actually there. It's normal. It's just normal. Have your fears. Accept it. And the second is actually overcome the storm. Again, referring to the Bible story, the disciples were in a boat. They were asked by our Lord to be in the boat. And all of a sudden came the storm, a heavy, heavy storm. And our Lord was just sleeping. Everybody in the boat was scared. And they asked, Lord, help us. And I think this is now the time when we say, yeah, you have to ask for help. You have to seek. You have to ask. You have to find. A lot of entrepreneurs are now feeling that they're drowning slowly and slowly. It's like in a quicksand. You are sinking slowly and slowly as the days go by. 12 days. It's a wit. It's a test of wit. It's where scientists are working 24 hours round the clock around the world. The winner who comes up with the solution is a winner. Faith has been tested too. It's a matter of going back and strengthening the faith. Bonding, yeah. Bonding, yes. Spending your days with your family. You realize the value of time you lost. And bonding with your kids, bonding with your spouse, and probably connecting with your friends through technology like this. Again, overall, we can always say we can have that perfect storm, but we will always survive. Letter V is actually visualize. What are your thoughts? My thoughts, I'm sharing it to you today, but I'm always thinking that I am going to survive. You are going to survive, and everybody will survive. And I always look at how I will be as an entrepreneur after this. And probably you should. And probably can see a new you, the newness of you as an entrepreneur. You can probably say, wow, I weathered the storm. I'm battlefield tested. I is for innovation. You know, a lot of things are now being discovered. People who used to refuse technology, they realize, hey, technology is something good. But it can also be discovered that social media is now playing a major role. People are using the laptop, the phone as a means of communication. And it's something new. We realize that there are tools that we can use. There are new methods that we can now do. People are saying, hey, I am thinking of a business now. Yeah, you can now see that there are new businesses that will come up. But I think the most important is actually the new you, the newness of you as a person, the value, the strength, the joy, that winning spirit. And I think that's important to me. And of course, small steps, decision. I have health frontliners who are relatives. My brother is a doctor. My sister is a nurse. My sister-in-law is a nurse in the US. And so with my cousins, they have decided to make a small step for mankind. There are a lot of people who are behind the scenes. They're not necessarily the guys who are flaunting their achievements. And I really salute this, the humility of people. And yet they're there. They're fighting. There was a sharing of a video called The Boss. And it was kind of emotional, saying that, you have to love your boss. Yes, you have to love entrepreneurs. Because for being an entrepreneur, it's not really a joke. It's really a crossroad. Sometimes you ask yourself, how I wish you would be an employee. But again, you're being given the task. You're being given the challenge, the mission of being an entrepreneur. But I always say, entrepreneurs can weather this. Entrepreneurs are not sitting ducks. The real guy will weather it. So you, take the small step. Start writing down. Start writing your thoughts. The risk, yeah. The decision is you may change your paradigm. You may change your business model. But everything is a risk. It's just like now. Staying indoor is also a risk. Risk of getting wider because you're not doing your exercise. That's a risk. But I always look at this way. Expect the unexpected because decision is making the decision of unknowing. There's nothing sure. There's no assurance. But everything relies on a decision. Make that first move. Good or bad. But if you're confident about it, do it. Uh, what is this number? 1 plus 9 equals 10, right? It's always a perfect 10. I always think that at the end of the rainbow, we will always have a realignment, a new whole world, new way of doing business. I am not sure whether handshake will still be around. or beso beso. But I think there'll be a new way of doing business. People have opened their eyes. This world we now see. People have realized, hey, we can see the sky so clear. We can see the mountain ranges. We can see the sea clear. Realignment. And for us, I think we can discover something new. Again, I'll come up with further thoughts. And if you have any, please feel free to share. But again, I always say my final words is keep it up, nowhere but up. God is there. Okay? So, with that, thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you again. Keep in touch. Don't give up. Bye bye.